SSL Family Dad with Simple Suburban Living, and today I just want to do a real quick video on a homemade cleaner that we've been using for quite some time. It works very well. It's a great alternative to like your Fantastic and your even Windex and things like that. We try to use, we're not afraid of chemicals or all that kind of stuff, but you start to think about how many chemicals that our skin and everything else is kind of bombarded with every day. As much as we can minimize that, we're going to try to do that. So it also saves money. There's no sense in going out and spending, $2, $3, $4 on cleaners when there's alternatives out there that cost, pennies. So what we've used here, you can get these little spray bottles at the dollar store, which work just fine. Or you can just reuse, save some of your old cleaners that you've purchased, wash them out really well, obviously, and then you can use those bottles as well. So this bottle here I just have filled with water today. I'm going to be using to mix our cleaner up in this spray bottle. So all the spray bottle, it just depends on how kind of potent you want to make it, but I usually start with just a little bit of water. It just gives a base to it, and again, we don't need it to be super strong, so I'm going to say just put about a quarter of the bottle filled up with water. I use warm water, it helps things mix together a little bit better. And then the next ingredient here is going to be just distilled vinegar. Now you can use the 6% acetic acid or 6% cleaning vinegar, or just regular old distilled white vinegar. It doesn't really matter. If you use the 6% stuff, you could add a little bit more water to it because it's a little bit more potent, and with the 5% stuff you just add less water to it, more vinegar. So we're going to go ahead and add mostly the rest of this with vinegar here. Fill it up almost to the top. Now you can just be done right here. We've used this for a long time. In fact, a lot of times we just clean with pure distilled vinegar. We'll heat up a little cup of it in the kitchen and use warm vinegar and just wash the counters down and things like that in the kitchen. So this works just great. The spray cleaner with vinegar and water, this works great also, so you don't actually need to add anything else to it. You can use this just as it is. But if you want to add a little scent to it and a little bit extra cleaning power, you can get these lemon essential oils. There's all kinds of different theories and types of oils out there. We use these doTERRA ones. They're, from what we've done research on, they seem to be the better, especially if you use them in anything edible. But the lemon oils are very cheap. You can get them all over the place. I tend to add about 20 drops in here. So that's a little bit more than a lot of people will add. You can probably get away with 5 or 10, but I like it to be a little bit more potent. The cleaners that I use, so I add a little bit extra, so 20 drops of the lemon. You can also add this oregano. I've just started using this and I really like it. This stuff is very potent as far as the smell, so I only add a couple drops of this. All right, so that was more than a couple, that was about 4, but that's totally fine. Oregano is an antibacterial and an antifungal, and so you don't need much of it, just a few drops in the cleaner, and it will actually kill bacteria and kill off any funguses. So it's great to use around the kitchen, and plus everything smells like pizza, so that's pretty cool too. And all you gotta do is mix this up, shake it up a little bit before you use it, because the oils can separate in the bottle, but the vinegar, when you use the essential oils with the vinegar and water, it helps to kind of break the oils apart in there and helps them mix together. But then I'll obviously relabel this. If I can get this label off, I will. But this stuff works great. It's not as potent as some of your harsher bleach and stuff like that, but it works absolutely fine. And again, very easy, very simple, and very, very cheap. You don't need the essential oils. You can just use the vinegar if you want to. You can use, there's all kinds of different essential oils you can use. I know there's a lot of other info out there, but this is just what we've been using in replacing any of the other harsh cleaners. Now, another thing you can do too, in place of using something like Comet, is you can actually take a little bit of baking soda and sprinkle that around on the counters and then spray this stuff on there and wipe it up that way. The vinegar and the baking soda kind of reacts and foams together, and it actually helps to lift dirt and oil and grease and stuff like that off your countertops and floors and bathtubs and whatever you want to clean. And so you can use baking soda, again, another cheap alternative to harsher cleaners. So quick tip and quick how-to, I guess. Very, very simple, basic, inexpensive cleaner. Hope this finds you well. If you have questions or comments, please throw those down below and hit thumbs up. I would appreciate it. And as always, you guys subscribe if you would like to follow along with our channel. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.